Okay, let's start first of all with Team USA. They won their first game in Copa America. They bombed Bolivia, a very impressive performance. They came back the second round and they got mugged by Panama. They came back in the third round game in group play and they got beaten by Uruguay. It was like a rumble. And the officials, I thought, allowed a lot of cheap stuff to go on. And then there was the controversial offsides play that led to Uruguay's only goal, game-winning goal. And video replay had the guy offside, and the official from Peru didn't call it that way. The end result, since the moment that replay was over, was that Gregg Berhalter should be fired. I'm kind of stunned at that. Now, Berhalter has had to rebuild this thing on the fly. You know, he was the coach that had a pretty nice run in the last World Cup in 2022. And he had the one established guy and the young kid, Christian Pulisic. So we're 3 years later. They've added a lot of young players around him, but they're just young. Pulisic is still the go-to guy. But now there's a lot of fire that Gregg Berhalter should be fired from Team USA. I asked the question, is the culture of soccer globally the weirdest thing you've ever seen? Because globally, whether you're in South America, whether you're in Mexico, whether you're in Europe, if you don't do well in tournaments, your coach does not get on the plane to go home. He gets fired. I think it's a weird thing. You don't see it in the NFL when teams lose games or even have substandard seasons. You hardly ever see it in baseball or basketball. You give coaches time to put all these new pieces together. I got 21 months before we get to the World Cup of 2026. I think they should leave Berhalter in place and let him grow all the young guys around Pulisic. You know, that includes Reina. That includes Berlogan. That includes Pepe. I do think they're too young on the back end, fullback defenders. He left Walker Zimmerman and I think two other veterans off the Copa roster. Maybe you need to go bring a few of those veterans back. He's got to determine whether Matt Turner's the right goalkeeper from MLS. But all their young guys, 23 of the 26 players played abroad. They played in Europe in all these different leagues, be it Germany, England, Spain, France. So I just think Berhalter just needs the next 21 months to make this work. We should know within the next 48 hours whether Berhalter survives this. There's a big-time evaluation that started on the weekend and I think is probably still going on at this hour. Speculation. If they hit the eject button on Berhalter, this is so unique. One of the top coaches from the English Premier League's available. Jurgen Klopp, Liverpool. The guy's got a great coaching resume. He stepped away from Liverpool at midseason. He announced this will be my final season. Way too much of a grind, way too much of a pressure situation. He's age 57. Jurgen Klopp might be the next Team USA coach. Speaks English, dynamic guy, really vibrant in terms of teaching. Did a really good job at Liverpool for a chunk of time. The other one is a guy that's from here, Stevie Cherundolo, who's currently, he played in Germany for Hanover's, I think it's called Hanover 96. I mean, he's legendary. And he's come back here and coached LAFC and MLS and done a very, very good job. Now he's got no international country coaching experience. All he's done is coach teams. He's not taken players from all these different leagues and molded them together for international World Cup play. His name is there, but I like Klopp a great deal. I think he has such great credibility, but I like Berhalter. I just think Berhalter needs more time. So that's topic one. Topic two, well, we'll get to that in a minute. Your reaction to Team USA.
Well, I mean, how can you blame Berhalter? I mean, one of his guys got red carded in that game against, so it was the game against Panama, right?
Yeah, Tim Wee.
Yeah, and so they were playing one man down, and they were still tied into the 80-minute zone until it all broke down. And then there were a lot of questionable things with that VAR in the game, the third game against Uruguay. So I don't know if this is really Berhalter's fault. I think you just got to let the kids just grow, right?
Yeah, the players have come front and center and said, he's our coach.
Yeah.
We're not going to make a change. You blame the players if you wish. Now, Christian Pulisic did make a statement. He said, we knew what the South American teams were going to be like. I mean, they mug you and they foul you. I think there were, in those two games, there were 29 fouls and a bunch of yellow cards against the South American teams.
Oh, it was unbelievable.
Panama and Uruguay. He said, our guys, for some reason, didn't respond to what they knew was going to happen. They had all the video of how Uruguay plays, and they had what Panama does. And they just, I don't know, they got bullied, they got intimidated. Maybe they were just too young. And Pulisic got targeted. Holy cow, did he get fouled all over the place in games 2 and 3. But he says, that's our coach. Let's leave this thing together. Now, I don't know if the players carry any clout with the U.S. Soccer Federation. They're the ones who are going to make this decision. I think by Wednesday, we'll know whether Berhalter stays or whether somebody goes. And Klopp has got himself a great resume. Holy cow, that'd be an acquisition and a half if they brought him here.
Yeah, it'd be hard to turn down a guy like that, wouldn't it?